Good idea. So I'm Assemblyman Jeffrey Didowitz from the Bronx, which has many communities that have tremendous needs. And so when we talk about the Superfund Act, people in the Bronx, I think, are particularly affected, but so is everybody. And number one, I'm going to say that I have faith that we're going to get this done over the next 3 weeks. We still have 3 weeks. But you know who I think about? I think about a lot of people, but I have 4 grandsons, ages 9, 7, and 5. And they've only lived in a world where climate change is happening and we're seeing the effects. They don't know before times how different things were. And things were different just a relatively short time ago. It's not like this happened gradually over hundreds of years, even though it sort of did. The effects have been increasing almost exponentially in recent years. And we talk about some of the recent impacts. The Major Deegan Expressway, which is in my neighborhood, which is the thruway once you get into the city, for the first time in history was flooded. It was like this high when we had Hurricane, I think it was Ida. I can't even keep track of all the 100-year storms we have every year, it seems. And that's just one of the many impacts we've seen of severe climate change. So we have an opportunity to try to tackle the issue this year again, and we've done a number of good things, I think, in recent years, but we have not even come close to doing what we have to do. The Climate Change Superfund Act would bring in $3 billion a year, and it would not be a tax on anybody. And you may ask, well, if it's not a tax, how do we get this done? And the answer is, there is a quantifiable way of determining what proportion of the worst has been done by various corporations, mostly fossil fuel companies. And we've seen in recent years the record-breaking, obscene profits that these companies have made. We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars now. Kids, my mother would say to me, if you make a mess, you got to clean it up. And that's what we want to happen. We want the companies that actually made the mess, that are causing the problems, to help at least partially pay for cleaning it up. I don't think that's asking too much. In fact, I think it's not asking enough, but let's start here. So I hope we can get this legislation passed between now and the end of the session on June 7th. This could be perhaps the single most important environmental thing we do in this session. So I hope everybody gets together to support it. We have approximately 80 co-sponsors on the bill in the Assembly. So I'm looking forward to working with my colleagues to make this into law, and then hopefully, if we are successful, that the governor will do the right thing and sign this legislation. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the work that you've been doing.
Thank you.